Well, it's 2:30 on Monday, June 20th. Heading out today, this afternoon, for a solo sail. Winds are supposed to be around 10, maybe gusting to 15. Waves are less than 1 as the wind is coming out of the south-southwest. So it's been a few weeks since I had a chance to get out. So I figure I'd take this day off as an opportunity to do that. Well, it's 12:45. Got the sails up and set. We're close hauled. Heading east. Winds are right around 10. Doing about 4.5 knots. The air temp's about 70. Water temp's about 55. Right now it's about 310. You could call the winds light and variable. Right now they're down to about 3.5 knots. Shifting around out of the south, west, southwest, south-southwest, back to the west. We had a few minutes where we had a pretty solid 10 knots of wind and we were doing about 5 knots. But like I said, right now, light and variable. It's 3:25. The wind's just maybe completed their variableness and shifting. So right now the wind's coming out of the east, blowing a steady 10 to 12 knots. Set up for beam reaching, doing about 6.5 knots right now, 6.8. Beam reaching at 6.5 knots. Not bad at all. Makes Ed happy. Well, it's 3:55. Just completed a tack. Put a reef in the foresail. Apparent wind speed was up around 12 to 13. When we're sailing close hauled and the foot of the foresail starting to get wet, that's a pretty good indicator it's time to reef. Get it out of the water. Well, now it's 4 o'clock. Winds are down to about 6. Looks like they're shifting. Well, it's 4:05 now. The wind did a nice little shift. Caused unintended tack. Died down to, where are we at now? 4.5 knots. Wait to see if the wind's gonna figure out what it wants to do. Now I'm down to about 1 knot. Well, now it's 4:15. Winds are back up to about 12 knots. Almost 15 knots apparent. Going about 5.5 knots. Wind shifted pretty good. Now it's mostly out of the south. I'm going to have to go ahead and tack again. Get back in towards Waukegan. It's 4:35. Wind has seemed to settle down a little bit. At least it hasn't caused a couple unintended tacks like I just went through in the last 15 minutes. So the wind's right now about 7 knots true. We're doing about 3.5. See if we can be somewhat consistent. I'll need to make one more tack. Pump the sail over by the harbor. Right now I'm heading towards the Waukegan Municipal Beach. I don't know if I can pinch it anymore to get a little bit further south or not. Maybe I'll give it a try. Well, that's 4:40. Wind's down to about 4. So I'm not going anywhere fast, so I decided to furl the mainsail, or the foresail, turn the iron jenny on, and head in. Well, it's 4:15, making the turn into Waukegan Harbor Marina. Had a day of very shifting winds, light and variable to decent and consistent, but always have fun out for a sail. I think my high speed was right around 6.8 knots. We had a decent consistent wind of 10 to 12 knots that lasted maybe a half hour, so that was fun.